Born and raised in Bengaluru, the garden city of India, over the years 26-year-old Varsha has witnessed the waning health of her city's natural conditions. A practicing lawyer, we catch up with her as she prepares for the 30-kilometer-long ride to work, a commute that would ordinarily be disastrous for the environment. But this is not an ordinary commute. For those unfamiliar with the electric revolution that's been quietly chugging on Bengaluru's streets, Varsha's decision to invest in an emissions and noise-free electric vehicle is a step towards regaining some of her city's lost health.
Whenever I stop in a signal or in a jam or somewhere, most of them won't switch off their ignition. So I can literally see the black smoke that comes out of silencers in all kinds of vehicles. I was looking to buy a new two-wheeler. The reason why I switched for electric vehicle was, one was the hiked fuel charges, and one more thing is the environmental issue also. It has zero emissions, no pollution. So to contribute towards that, I opted for electric vehicle.
Since 2008, Bengaluru has seen a 10% year-on-year increase in the number of registered motor vehicles, outpacing even its population growth. The number of vehicles ploughing these streets is second only to Delhi, an alarming trend for a metropolis that's reported a staggering 80% spike in respiratory illnesses over the past 5 years. Varsha has seen the consequences of inhaling particulate matter present in smoke, soot and dust up close. Her frustration is palpable.
Yeah, my friends, colleagues, most of them have this dust allergy, asthma. All those things are because of air pollution only, and even generally our longevity has decreased. Our resistance to other diseases are decreasing when compared to previous generations, and I blame it on the environmental pollution only.
In 2017, Karnataka became the first state in India to unveil a policy promoting the production and use of electric vehicles, which includes subsidies for manufacturing, making Bengaluru a hotspot for EV businesses. Despite this legislation that was hailed as progressive and forward-thinking, electric vehicles are considered luxury goods and remain too expensive an investment for middle and working class families. Industry experts say that by 2030, EVs will account for only 8% of the total vehicles sold in India. In the four-wheeler segment, the price of an electric vehicle is almost double that of its IC engine counterpart. Reportedly, the top-selling electric cars are priced between 14 and 23 lakh rupees, whereas their base petrol counterparts cost around 5 to 10 lakhs. Electric two-wheelers are comparatively more affordable, but hover between 60,000 and upward of a lakh, price points that are still out of reach for most. Rakesh, founder of a company that works on designing and developing automotive products, has been hoping to tackle this problem by retrofitting existing petrol and diesel two-wheelers with an electric kit, all under 40,000 rupees. Currently, they are testing the retrofitted kit in a pilot project with plans to launch in the market in a few months from now.
Retrofitting is a common man's solution. So wherein he has his existing asset and he wants to convert it to an EV. We have a motor which gets fitted onto the existing rear wheel of a scooter, and the controllers will fit into a body of the panel, and a throttle which is unique in our solution, where you have both electric throttle and IC engine throttle integrated along with the display kit, which will meet all the certifications and safety requirements. And we have a battery which is removable battery which sits under the luggage box of the scooter.
"70% of vehicles in Bengaluru are two-wheelers, making Rakesh's retrofitting technology an especially good fit for daily commuters, delivery agents who drive long hours in distances, and even ordinary citizens concerned about their carbon footprint. 28-year-old Ashik is an auto engineer whose job takes him on a 100-kilometer shuttle around Bengaluru. He earns about 30,000 rupees a month, and the cost of refueling daily meant taking a mammoth bike out of his budget. Using a retrofitted electric scooter has worked out well for Ashik, not just making electric vehicles more affordable, but also providing some relief from rising petrol prices.
So compared to petrol, I need to put daily petrol. Like 200 rupees I need to put petrol. Like compared to electricity, if I am daily charging only, hardly it will be like 20 rupees charge. And electricity also, it is compared to electric petrol vehicle, electric vehicle is better. So you can save the time also, you can save money also, you can, there is no much about servicing and all in this, so you need to put oil and all in like electric vehicles. So you can, if you have a basic knowledge, you can do repair yourself electric vehicle rather than going to any service station and all. There also you can save money, lot of money.
Here we have a first of its kind hybrid throttle, where the same throttle controls both the IC engine as well as the electric engine. We have made the first display, first of its kind display, where you can see all the indicators, the status is there, battery charge is there, temperature is okay, and it is there, and we can start. At the switch, it changes into petrol, and you can start with your petrol.
In hybrid vehicles like these, riders can switch between an internal combustion engine and electric mode, which also helps ease range anxiety or the panic that the electric vehicle will break down mid-journey, leaving them stranded with no charging station in sight.
It's just the mindset, which I think it's just the mindset how we maintain our smartphones, laptops. It's as simple as that. While using those also, we'll just keep our eye on the battery drainage. So even here, if we keep our eye, and it's just it just takes 2 to 3 minutes for me to put it for charge. So it's not much. With the amount of benefits it's giving me, these are all the small things which I can really adjust.
While policy has supported the production and sale of electric vehicles, the city is, however, still in dire need of a robust charging grid, the lack of which is a major source of range anxiety for most. 27-year-old Sameer is at the helm of a company working exclusively on establishing a large-scale charging network in major cities. Almost 40% of the upfront costs associated with building charging infrastructure is tied to Bengaluru's expensive real estate, a discouraging reality for entrepreneurs like him. Undeterred, he has however found a uniquely Indian solution to his financial sinkhole.
The globally recommended ratio of public charging stations to electric vehicles is 1:10. USA today is at about 1:16, Europe is at about 1:12, and China is at about 1:5. And if I talk about India, currently we would be at about 1:6,000 maybe. But public itself is the biggest stakeholder here. So why should the government or why should other companies set it up? Why not the public itself get involved in setting up charging stations?
Most of the charging stations manufactured by Sameer and his team, kirana or provision stores that dot almost every neighborhood in India, are seemingly at the forefront of the country's electric revolution. This wall-mounted unit can be purchased for as low as 3,000 rupees and be up and running in 20 minutes in any kirana store. Shops like these earn between 6,000 and 8,000 rupees a month, providing locals a source of passive income in an industry that's expected to crescendo. So far, over 300 such charging stations have been installed in Bengaluru, Mysore, Delhi, Pune and Hyderabad, and another 1,000 are due to come up in the next couple of months. From kirana stores and hospitals to gyms and restaurants, Sameer plans to set up a 1 lakh strong charging grid.
We are very encouraged by seeing the response that we get from the people, because we have like a small tea seller from a tier 3 city in Kerala reaching out to us. Basically his son reaching out to us through WhatsApp asking if we can set up a charging station at his tea stall. Electric vehicles are just the front end. They are already compatible with renewable energy. So even if, let's say, today it's just 50% coming from renewable energy, that's just the first step. As and when government takes up the steps of moving to 100% renewable energy, electric vehicles are already compatible. The same thing cannot be said for the petrol or diesel engine vehicles, because they'll continue to pollute for as long as we use them. So let's take the first step from our side and start using electric vehicles, and government is obviously doing its part.
This city's electric vehicle revolution rests on the backs of entrepreneurs like Rakesh and Samir, making innovative technology accessible to the masses and ordinary citizens eager to tackle the climate crisis.
I have not contributed any air pollutions to the nature, and by using electric vehicles, so people comes around and ask, what is this, how can I can use, they will ask the features, and from these people at least 1 or 2% from him next time if he are purchasing any vehicles, so he will go to electric vehicle. Usually I said to my friends, like if you are switching to the EV vehicles, so you are not giving any pollution to the nature, like, and you are saving this one natures to future generation also.
For other cities, Bengaluru's residents are shining examples of how we can alter our lifestyles for a greener future. They are also an important lesson on the power of community.
Yeah, I'm definitely concerned about my city. It's called Garden City and I want it to last like a garden city, green city. So I strongly recommend people to work towards the environment. No one should think that, what will one electric vehicle have an impact on the environment that is causing so much pollution right now. What one vehicle can do, but the thing is, it'll take us. It's always a one step that takes us forward.